109.5 billion fraud. EFCC reveals how sacked Attorney Accountant General of the Federation Idris told with TSA give me IPs indict Yari. You see the big name of this type of things. TSA give me IPs. They are now hiding under all this technology to steal Nigeria dry. These people have no shame. A whole person getting to that height of his career and all he knows how to do is to steal from the federal government, to steal our lean resources. How can one man be that greedy? 109 billion. What does he want to use it for? To build mansion in heaven or where? He has deprived a lot of people, a lot of things. Imagine what this will have done in our educational system. Imagine what this will have done in our healthcare system. Imagine what this will have done on our infrastructure. And one person just sat somewhere and was planning on how to steal the nation dry. It's not his fault, I'm sure. He has seen other people to indulge in this kind of thing. That's just let me take this advantage too and take whatever I can take. Otherwise, he will not even attempt at the height of height of position in the society, Accountant General of the Federation. And the next thing is to steal. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission has revealed how former Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, cornered government money. What do they mean cornered? He stole. Cornering is we are painting the thing with another name. He stole our money. The agency said he compromised the Treasury Single Account, TSA, Government Integrated Financial Management Information System, GIVMIS, and Integrated Payroll System and Personal Information System, IPS. No wonder ASU is complaining, saying we don't want this kind of system. Give us the one that we know. Idris and his co-defender Godfrey Oluwasegun Akindele and Mohammed Kudu Usman are standing trial in the 109.5 billion fraud. They were arraigned before Justice A.O. Adeyemi Ajayi of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Maitama, Abuja. Chief Investigative Officer and Prosecution Witness 1PW1 Ayatu Suleiman Ahmed was led in evidence by the prosecuting counsel Rotimi Jacob, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Ahmed and EFCC Chief Superintendent told the court that the investigations showed that Idris allegedly used stolen funds to construct the Gezawa Exchange Limited, Gezawa Integrated Farms, and Kano City Mall. There's no stories about that one by now. Should have been locked up, taken over, conjugated by the federal government. We had calls to invite individuals who had transactions with the Gezawa Commodity and Exchange Limited and found one by Ta Ibrahim Kura of B.I. Kura Ibrahim Ibururishan, operator based in Kano. We invited him and he voluntarily wrote a statement claiming he made several payments like 208 million into Gezawa commodity market with Jaiz Bank, he said. Ibrahim admitted to having paid the sum of 866 million to one architect Mustafa Mukhtar of Max Construction Limited for the construction of Gezawa Commodity Market and Exchange Limited. The EFCC said investigations further exposed how Ibrahim received United States dollars from Ahmed. We also found out that agitation from the 9 oil-producing states regarding derivation from the SS crude account was tabled before the Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC. The committee came up with a figure of about $2.2 billion as what was due to the 9 oil-producing states, and this amount was to be deducted over a 60-month period on a quarterly basis. The witness said 11.5% of these figures amounting to 44.7 billion was put aside as payment to some public officials to facilitate payment to the oil-producing states. I am sure this is not new. They have been doing this kind of payment percentage to government officials even before now. Maybe his own was exposed because it was unfortunate. What of other accountant general of the country? There's none of them I've seen in the last 20 years. I've not had one issue or the other with EFCC. Afterwards, some companies, including Akindele and Co., a company owned by the second defender, Godfrey Olusegun Akindele, was presented under the guise of consultancy. Until recently, Akindele was the staff in the office of the Accountant General of the Federation and technical assistant to Ahmed. It was found that 84.39 billion was paid into Akindele bank account. Another transaction occurred on February 12, 2021, with 21 billion paid into his account. One man account, okay, business account. So it's allowed. Wow. Other payments made were 94.39 billion. The funds were shared with the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, represented by one of its commissioners, Peace Akomas. The former deputy governor of Abia State allegedly collected 18.8 billion. The money was withdrawn by Akindele and converted to US dollars and handed over to Akomas. The second group, called the Accountant General of the Federation Group, got a total sum of 18.01 billion. The money was withdrawn by Akindele and he converted them to dollars again. No, and we are shouting that Naira is going up against the dollar. When it's dollar, they are sharing in this country. The group further called another Yari group. That one collected 17.15 billion. The EFCC operatives added. The sum was transferred to the account of Femex Professional Service on the instruction of the representative of Abdulaziz Yari, former Zamfara State Governor. The remaining 8.9 billion was retained by Akindele. 4.23 billion was converted to US dollars by him as appreciation for the consultative contract and received the balance of 4.6 billion. The properties purchased with the fund by the first and third defendants were traced to various locations in Abuja, Kano, and Minna, Niger State. Justice Ajayi granted the true bail on Thursday and adjourned to August 10 and 11. This kind of criminal offense should not attract any bail at all. Why grant them bail? With this that they have stolen, you still want to grant them? You know how many people that they have killed with this Among Us corruption? Amount of money that is flying here and there. And this is the issue with this country. How can the justice just sit down and grant it for what? There are some people with lesser this and that, they will deny them bail. But look at this kind of corruption, and we are still granting them bail. This is not fair to our justice system. Idris was granted bail on the sum of 18 billion and two shorties. One would be a permanent secretary and the other a federal government director with 100 million pounds each. Akindele was admitted to bail in the sum of 20 billion and 12 two shorties in the same condition. All these conditions, somebody will come up and meet them up and give them all the necessary support. Why give them bail to first-class criminals like them? They don't deserve it. If it was a thief of gold, now we will have spent his rest of his life in jail. Nigeria is a country where criminals are celebrated, especially those that have stolen this country, stolen a lot from this country, and we are celebrating them with traditional titles here and there. I love this bail condition to take some of the money away from them. It's not enough. It is not as if the bail monies were paid before granting bail. Some people are sworn that this country will not move forward. Say billions being mentioned like pure water. Yes, they are just mentioning it, taking it, sharing it, and we are complaining that the country is not moving forward. We are complaining that our naira to dollar rate is alarming. When some people are praying, spending dollars even in the country. Imagine that kind of money put in the system to work on infrastructure, to work on so many things that will be beneficial or bring things down in this country. It's a shame, honestly. Well, what is your opinion on this? Is it more right for them to be granted bail apart from stealing from the federal government? Kindly make your opinion known as you subscribe to my page. Thank you. Good day and God bless.